doing, love?
Got a bag of about 2 kilo or more of mushrooms for $4.99, so I'm just slightly cooking them up in butter and olive oil. They're going to go into bags in the freezer. Buy bulk capsicum, I think these were $1.99 for about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 I think. Pretty good value. I'll slightly treat these as well. Put them in freezer bags as well and then use the capsicum as I need it. Just going to probably blanch the capsicum and use it for whatever I want to use it. Okay, we've sauteed the mushrooms. This was 2 kilo of mushroom, but it's obviously a lot less now in volume. But they've been cooked in butter and olive oil. That's all that's gone into them. I want one big bag and one fairly small bag. Very simple. These are now ready to be going in the freezer. Used in anything, stir fries, soups, curries, pies. Did I drop a bit, do you?
No, watching how much you're putting in that bag.
It'll be enough actually. Doesn't look like a lot, but it is quite a lot of mushrooms. Now, there's a little bit of heat in them, so I'm just going to let them sit for a little while and then fill up this medium-sized bag. Just Ziploc bag. You can vacuum pack them. You can even, if you want to get real fancy, you can just make mushroom soup out of these. Okay, that's just about right. If you'd have bought this much mushrooms, even though it doesn't look much like I say, but everyone knows when you cook mushrooms they go down. If you bought that much mushrooms from a major supermarket, $14, $15, so that's a lot of money. Okay, well I've got, this is the capsicum I bought. They were I think $2.99 for about 7 of them, different colours. What I've got over here is just a big pot of water, salted water. When that starts to come to the boil, all these are going in there for about a minute. That's it. And take them out, and then they'll be going into bags to go in the freezer as well. Again, for things like stews, curries, stir fries. So when you buy in bulk, you save a lot of money. Like I say, the different flavours that you get from capsicum, there is a variety. Sometimes the flavour is a bit sweeter. The capsicum for me are never bitter, but one of the most important things when you're doing all this work, of course, is to have a cold beer. Yep, that makes things go a lot better. This mix, which looks a bit scary, this is braised steak, onion, and it's a pie mix, which I'm going to make some pies up probably about another half an hour to an hour from now, after I've had another beer of course, just to steady my nerves. So we'll be back shortly. Okay, water's boiling, as you can see. I'm going to put these capsicum in there for about a minute, could be less, I'll just keep an eye on them. Most of them in there anyway. About it. And by the magic of television, before your very eyes, 1 minute will pass. Okay, it's been about 45 seconds. It's just about to come to the boil, so I'm turning it off, and then I'm going to take it in the kitchen and put it in the colander. Alright, just going to tip these through the colander. Because they're heated up, I don't want them to cook anymore. Oh, that smells fantastic too, by the way. Going to run cold water through them. This will stop the cooking process. So they've got a slight bit of salt through them, but then blanch, and that means they won't go black in the freezer, and it'll be really good. Alright, I'll just do this a little bit more and then I'll bag them up. Okay, we've let them drain off completely. Still a little bit of moisture, not much. What I'm going to do is probably just make a couple of bags out of these. Again, Ziploc bags. Mixture of colours, flavours. Like I say, stir fries, just grab a few out. What I'm going to do when this is in the freezer, and probably in about another 2-3 hours, I will actually go in and shake the bag, because that means they'll come apart from each other. You don't want just one great frozen mass of capsicums, because that'll be a pain in the ass. For those people that do stir fry cooking, you'll obviously see the value of this, doing it this way. Just take out what you need at the time. Okay, that's all of those. So we're going to end up with a nice bag of different flavoured capsicum. Again, they're pretty cool. Pretty shortly I'll pack them up, flatten them out a little bit, and I'll put them in the freezer. So that's it. Today we've got a bargain with these capsicum, different flavours. We also got these mushrooms, which will be going in the freezer. And I certainly will be using these curry stews, in stir fries. Oh, and there's some onions. They're a bargain today. I think they were $3.99 or $4.99. $4.99 I think for £25. Okay. If I get a chance to, I'll add the pie making at the end of this video. So see you soon. Okay. I've just put the bottom pastry in these pie dishes, which are like that. And now I'm going to put the mix in, which is braised steak, onions and a little bit of potato. What we do here is we just tip it in, nothing real fancy. This really is going to be delicious, trust me. That's okay, it's not over full, that's pretty good. That's one, second one. Second one, and the last one. We'll do more pies of course, but I'm not going to show you every pie I make, no point, just be repeating the process. Probably a bit much in that one, don't push your luck. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to egg wash the edge, just so I put the top crust on. It's just one egg broken up into a glass, brushed on the edge, because that'll make it stick together nicely. Okay, we'll come back and then I'll put the lids on. Very pretty. Okay, just want to show you on this pie. You can use your thumbs, right? That's what I generally do. For those people that don't know, just get a little fork. Always wonder how they get the little pie crusts on pies. Well, this is one way. You can also use your fingers, doesn't really matter. And then we get a bit of egg wash. And just give it a little coat. Right, a bit of colour. Fancy little leaf for this one. Let's do a big one. It's not mess about, it's but a big one. Okay, we'll do a big one. Okay, and just do the centre of the leaf. Don't get real fancy. Of course, if your leaves don't look like this, it doesn't matter, they still taste good. just to make it look a little bit pretty. Nothing fancy. Again, on top of that, we'll put a little egg wash. Now, the pie's got to breathe. If you don't put holes in the damn thing, you'll have bits of pie and crap all over your oven. So that's really it. There's just some pies that are going in now. They'll be about 25-30 minutes, well, when they're done. So we'll come back and see what they look like cooked, and we'll make some more. That's the pies cooked. Curry pies these are. Not a great deal of curry in the mixture, just enough to give it that curry flavour. As you can see, they look pretty fine. Americans call these pot pies, I think. But they taste good, whatever you bloody call them. So enjoy. I've got another pie video if you want to know how to make it from scratch. But we're going to enjoy this tonight. And they're quite big. It's a big pie. It's probably about 5 inches across the top. So we're going to enjoy them. You can just look at them. They taste bloody beautiful.